Gosh, this takes me back to my mom's family. Oh my God. My southern family. This is for you. This is for my uncle. He always playing this. And my stepdad.
Hang on.
You're live, sister. Hey, everyone. Look at Kim.
Yeah, these two sexy sisters are tired. Well, I'm tired and I'm losing my voice, so bear with me, guys. I think I'm getting sick again.
I'm not tired. Nope. I'm feeling pretty good. So, hey, everybody. Jamming out to little Hank Williams family tradition. That's right. That is a family tradition. That'll probably be blowed out tomorrow at my family's party. Anyway, you guys, hey, we are, would love it if you guys would like and share our video. And also, we want to discuss Sunday night's investigation. And we're going to talk about this investigation for Saturday, too, and some more investigations. We got a lot of people. Jenny, I haven't had a chance to tell you, there's a lot of people reaching out to us on our site. I don't know if you've seen that, but people are reaching out. They are reaching out like crazy. I've had 3 already. Yep.
Yeah, you have to bear with me at night because I am losing my voice.
Okay. I also have back there the REM pod on the haunted doll back here, and I have one of the cat balls sitting back there, just in case the children decide to, get a little active over here and mess with our equipment. So, anyway, that was my first time being at Whispers Estates, and Jenny's first time too. What'd you think about that night?
Hi, Joanne. Hi, Kim. Hi, Dan. Hi, everyone. I thought it was a great location. I thought it was a good investigation. I definitely liked the last part of the night where Mike closed you in the closet.
Holy hell. Holy hell. I know. See, I wasn't expecting that, but I'm going to tell you, we ended up getting a lot of stuff back there in that closet. I was shocked. I mean,
yeah, the closet that we're talking about where he closed her in is a closet that I got scratched in. Yeah, Seeker, I'm okay. I just feel like I'm getting sick again. I don't know why, but I think it's just my sinuses and drainage, and I keep clearing my throat, so that is kind of making me lose my voice. But yeah, I like the location. I thought it was a good location. Becky did a great job with us. She was a lot of fun. Amy did a great job. So
yeah, I thought it had some something. There was definitely something dark. I remember when we first walked in. I was we're carrying in all the stuff. I didn't quite pick up on anything right away, but when we were standing there in that in the room where the table was, and we were setting up the cameras, it was like all that energy and stuff started coming up on me. All of a sudden, I started feeling it was like a rush. It's almost like the spirits were coming up on you, like, "Whoa, who are these people? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But it didn't hit me right away like it usually does. But when it did, it did. Was there anything about the cowbell? No, Joanne. I just think maybe we were bumping into that cowbell that was in the closet. I don't think that was paranormal. I don't think so. Do you, Jenny?
I don't know. Yeah, I was tested 3 times in the last 2 weeks for COVID, so they were all negative. But it's just my sinuses and drainage and stuff. You could tell my sinuses are all clogged up. But I've been doing some sinus cleanses and different things to flush out my sinuses. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really feel any air in the closet. And it wasn't moving the entire time we were sitting there. So I don't, it could be, it could have been
Now,
just
Jenny,
try to get our attention.
when we first went up to the closet, you had it was funny because I almost sat in the corner where you sat, but something said no, don't sit there. So I sat where there was something behind me, as to where you sat in the corner where there was an opening right behind you. So, and Jenny knew when she sat there, she knew it was all bad.
Yeah, as soon as I sat down, I said, I have a bad feeling. And it wasn't just because it was open, it was just because something gave me a bad feeling, like something was right behind me. And then it touched me on the shoulder and then it scratched my back. So, and it very well, I mean, who knows? It could have been the guy that you and Mike approached at the very end of the night that came towards Mike, that was talking to Mike, that was in front of Mike, that was in the closet talking to you. He didn't sound like he was very nice.
Yeah, we didn't show you guys her back, but it was definitely there was something. Um,
Wow,
um,
Diane.
it was
Diane said
something
I
red
had,
on her back. There was something
yeah.
red. We just didn't show you guys her skin, but there was definitely something on the back that was
So Diane
appearing.
said she had an experience during the live around midnight. Scary what I saw. I shut the phone off and stopped watching.
What happened?
Hi, Amanda. Happy New Year.
Diane, you're gonna have to fill us in.
Yeah, Indiana. We were in Indiana, guys. Mitchell, Indiana.
The place was creepy. I mean, as soon as you got in, there was mirrors all over. You couldn't get past the room without a mirror or a Ouija board being in there. So these people that they're constantly playing the Ouija boards and probably using the mirrors to do scrying. And we also think they were doing that in that closet for sure, definitely, because it had the table in there and they had the Ouija board underneath there and they had a mirror laying on that table. So they were probably doing something like that. And this is something that goes on there a lot. It could be every day they're doing that stuff. So there's multiple spirits there. But
Jen was in front of it.
oh, she said something looked right at her. Weird. She's thinking the goat man. Really? What?
Well, I just felt somebody come up on me just now, just talking about this. Um, that's interesting. I mean, that very well could have been what approached you guys at the end of the night.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it was weird because nothing happened until Mike shut me in there. And then also, it was like, it wasn't even 5 seconds after he shut me in that closet. Bam. He freaked me out because I heard him. I don't know if he just seemed like something come up on him, and twice it happened to him. And also when we played the recorder back, there was some screaming on there. It sounded like screaming to me. If it's something, I've never heard no one capture a demonic voice talking, screaming, maybe, and growling, but not voices. And there was something that came through on Mike's recorder, and I said, Mike, I said, what the hell is that? It sounded like some kind of screaming, like.
Yeah, that's not really what they sound like. There was, yes, Carlos, there was two mirrors facing each other in several different locations. And Roger, I'm so sorry about your wife. We had no idea she was that
No
sick. She
one ever
passed
said
away.
anything to us, Roger. Oh, I'm
We
so
we
sorry.
yeah, we're so sorry for your loss.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Sending prayers your way.
Dan, yeah, we were just live on Sunday night. If you go on our page and scroll down, you'll see the live feed.
It was a good night. I mean, we had, a lot of fun. We had a lot of things going on. Um, Diane says she went to sleep and saw the exact thing, very vivid dream. I woke up myself screaming, Jen, don't look it in the eyes. Woke myself up screaming that. Oh, my name? Oh, wow.
You're welcome, Roger. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Keith.
Well, that was actually rather vivid, Diane.
Well, I'm going to tell you
There,
that
there is, Carlos. There's a portal. There's a scientific portal, scientific verified portal next right there on the couch downstairs. They brought this machine in, scientifically verified that there is an open portal on that couch area. But the mirrors, facing each other and everything, yes, I don't know if they're trying to create another portal to be opened by using the mirrors the way they're using them. It very well could be that they're trying to open more portals like that. But there's mirrors in every room, and several rooms have mirrors facing mirrors. So there's a reason for that. Evidently, that's what I think that they're doing. They're trying to open more portals than what's in that house now to create more activity. But you know what? It's like one of those situations. Watch what you wish for, because that could be dangerous.
yeah, there's definitely some stuff there. I can say when I felt the scariest time for me, believe it or not, was not when I got locked in the closet. That wasn't the scariest. I think that basement had something down there. The basement area to me was really freaky. I almost wanted to do an isolation when Amy went upstairs instead of having Jenny come down, but I didn't. I just kind of was like, no, better not.
I felt that it was very heavy. There was some negative energy down there. It didn't bother me when I walked down. I probably walked right through it, to be honest, because I didn't realize on the live feed, because I wasn't watching, that you guys were saying it was on the stairs. So I probably walked right through it when I came down the stairs. But I didn't feel anything really. I mean, negative probably. Yeah. I mean, I haven't had no fear or anything down there. Wasn't anything like that.
I did. I did. And you know what's even more funnier is they say where I was sitting in the living room, those of you who was watching, I was sitting right in the portal. And I wasn't getting as much as I thought I would get sitting there. I could feel things, but I really wasn't getting like I was expecting like more out of that portal, but I felt something there. It was weird. It was hard to say. There was something too sitting in that spot.
Yeah, I didn't sit there. Nah, I'm good. I'm not going to put myself sitting right in the middle of a portal. No, thank you. In
Oh
the eye
my.
of the hurricane. Yeah,
Carlos said I
I
was in the eye
agree.
of the hurricane. I was, Carlos. And you know what though? I reviewed all the cameras. We didn't capture nothing. I've reviewed it all. Maybe a few orbs. I'm a little sketchy on the orbs. There was a lot of dust, but nothing. I was really hoping to get like a shadow figure or something. I think the most we got out of the night was the EVP recordings. I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And well, the Nanocom did pretty good that night that Becky had. Picked up a lot through
Oh
that.
yeah,
But
I forgot about the Nanocon. Yeah, that thing was working good. Yeah.
yeah, there was just, I think there's a lot in there. There's a lot more than what you probably realize. I mean, we can't just consider that the only ones in that house are, Dr. John and Jesse and his wife and his two, Rachel and her little sister. Her little sister passed away when she was a baby, but there's a lot more than just that in there. They're watching. They were definitely watching as soon as they walked in the house. There's no doubt. But I mean, it's hard to say how many's in there, but there's a lot more than what we imagine. And I think it's because that portal is opening and they're coming out. They usually say with the portal they come out, but they don't go back in the same portal. So if they're coming out and they're in the house and probably in the neighbors' houses, and who knows where they're going. The church is there, the funeral home's there. This diagonal from that property is a funeral home, and one house down there's a church. at that on the corner, and there's houses right next door, directly right next door to this location. So I would have to assume that probably the entire street is haunted
Yeah,
coming
I would
coming
bet.
from that house.
Getting a little crowded up in the house for sure. And you got to
I
think of
did
all these teams going in and out too.
I did not, Diane. I have not. And when I came home, I had a very hard time driving home. Mike and I were exhausted, and I had a really difficult time driving home. I was so tired. I was drained when I left there. That feeling of being drained, but I didn't see anything. I haven't had any dreams or anything either occur since I've left there. I haven't had anything in my house. My house has been calm. Um, Even my spirits in my house haven't really been I haven't been here every day. They're probably visiting,
Um,
visiting their relatives for Christmas and the holidays because they've been gone in and out.
Seeker's asking if we've ever experienced anything like that. I can't say that we have.
What's that feeling over here, Claudia? Straight into the walls outside, kill themselves. Huh.
Uh-uh. If I see something like that, I'm going to be like, oh my God.
There was
We're
no,
not
there was
here.
no, yeah, there was no bats or anything at this location either. This house is very well maintained, and they're trying to keep this location up. Very, very nice house, similar to that man. It's really strange you said that, Diane, because I kept looking, and I thought that I was seeing shadows in that location last weekend, just glimpses of things moving. Um, You know how you get that kind of feeling where you're standing there and you feel like something's in your face, like Mike said when he was standing there, that thing walked up to his face. I felt that feeling several times in that location, like something was just standing right up close to my face. But I don't know. I mean, it was I thought it was a good location. What to bring in Eloy? Well, the owner wasn't there. There's caretakers of the property, so we don't know anything about the owners really. But we are aware that, during the weekends, they do go in there and do a lot of scrying and different things with those mirrors, and the
Well,
Ouija boards are going all the
Jenny, there
time.
was
So
a lady who lives there.
yes, she was the one that lived there.
Yeah, there was a lady who lives there. She came later on in the night, but she went back to her bedroom and stayed back there. And I asked her when we were getting ready to leave, I said, you live here? She says, yes. I said, oh my gosh. I said, how do you live here with all this? And remember, she said, she does. And I said, do you get a lot of activity? She says, oh yeah. Even during the day, they get activity there.
Yeah, no way. Sorry, guys, I'm not living in a place like that. Nope. Nope. I'll visit, but I'm not living there.
Remember,
So go ahead.
remember when they were talking about the distant features of the man? Do you think he also looked like Abraham Lincoln? One of the men that you've seen writing at the desk could have been. Ah, that's interesting. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Could have been.
Diane says I was looking right at him. Probably so.
I wish I could have caught something on the camera.
Probably so.
I wish.
I was probably looking at a lot of them, but that's maybe that's the feeling I thought, Diane, when I said that somebody was like right in my face. Like that feeling like he was just right on my face. Maybe that is the man. When I was standing in the hallway.
Hmm. Did you get you were you hearing any disembodied voices?
He rushed me. He did. I don't know
Hmm.
when I was standing in the hallway by myself. Oh, I think it's when you talk about when we came out of the closet. We came out of the closet. We were heading down to go downstairs, take that break. I think that's what she's talking about. When I came up on the stairway, or I came up on the hallway, I was by myself. and you guys were still back there by the closet.
Uh-oh, Jenny, we got a shout out. They want us to do a shout out. Can you do a shout out for Nene?
Ohio.
Can you
Is
read
that your
that, Jenny?
dogs?
Nene Ray and
Betts, Ohio.
yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Rachel Blankenship, Nene Ray. I've not heard of that in Ohio. How do you even pronounce that?
Betts.
Betts, Ohio. Nene
Yeah.
Ray, Betts, Ohio. We're shouting out to you. That's cool.
Okay, Diane, that's what I thought, because I remember when you said I was in the hall, I remember that at that time I was by myself because I was standing there looking down the hallway and these guys were still back by the closet. And then I turned around and came back towards them. So he rushed right at my face. That's probably what he did, because I tell you, several times that night I felt like something was like right up in my face, like that, in my space, too close situation.
Tom, no, but I'm not watching her 24/7. So she could be moving. I haven't noticed her leaning.
I'm a Nana grandma with 16 grandbabies. 16 grandbabies. Oh my goodness. Hey, Heather. We have got to get together and do an investigation together. Hopefully when the weather breaks, we can figure out somewhere to go and we can, Ghost Sisters and Chicks and Spirits can go investigate together. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Rachel.
Sorry, guys.
She says she's a grandma of 16 grandbabies. I'm about to be a grandmother for the first time for twin girls. Y'all look out for future Ghost Sisters. Okay, they're the next generation. Twin girls. Yeah.
Hi, MJ. Hi, Jennifer.
You can call me Gigi.
There's an elderly lady behind your left shoulder, a loved one. But there is definitely someone with me, Seeker, because I felt them walk in the room a few minutes ago. As soon as I go and do live feeds, guys, and you guys will know, every time we do live feeds, the spirits come up on us even more because we're discussing it. We're talking about it. It happens throughout the day when Manny and I talk on the phone that they come and go. And it's like every time you talk about paranormal, they come up on you.
Yeah. But, I've got the REM pod and the cat ball over there, and they were going off before we went live. I was telling Jenny, as soon as I said everything over there, boy, they were lighting up. Now it just went quiet.
Seeker, that's probably Nana, my previous owner. She lives in my workout room, and she died at 90 years old, and she died a year before I purchased this house. She passed away. So it's probably her because she hangs out a lot. I told her before, Dana, put the Christmas tree up. Come look at the Christmas tree and watch a Christmas movie with me. And then my rocking chair was rocking, and I was like, okay, she's here. So it's probably her.
Congratulations, Angelina. She says she has 12 grandchildren. Yeah, this will be my first set. Be my first set of grandchildren. Yep.
Wow.
But anyhow, you guys, yeah, me and Jenny, how many girls was with it? There was 4 girls. Do you feel like, Jenny, with the more girls we had, the different, energies, do you think we were getting a lot of communication? I kind of felt like we were. I do.
I do. We had a good time with it. You guys, I'm sorry for clearing my throat, but we had a good time with it. And I think the little bit of humor we put into it kind of helped the night. But as you guys know, we just go with it and do our thing, whatever. But Becky was awesome to hang out with us instead of Mike and Eric. I think it was fun for her too to hang out with the girls. Mike and Eric had their thing going, and so we had our thing going. And I think it was a great group that night. I have to agree with that. We had a great group that night. Just enough people for the house, not to overcrowd that house anymore. Probably would have been too much. So 6 people was a perfect number for the house, I think. Mm-hmm. We could have done 8 like we planned, but Derek could make it. And who else was missing? Paul couldn't make it.
And also, I forgot my ink box, and Mike had his ink box. And let me tell you guys, I know you heard all those amazing voices coming through the ink box, especially when we were downstairs. I mean, it was like direct responses. It's like intelligent spirits.
Yeah.
And didn't always sound like there were nice voices coming through. And again, I didn't hear anything demonic come through, no like growling or screaming. I just heard angry men. They sounded very mean and negative, very mean. Like Mike, what was Mike saying, Jenny? He was saying when he had the box, when we were upstairs, it was talking about hurting us.
Yeah, it was saying you're being disrespectful. Well, I wasn't up there with you then. It was talking about you and Amy at that time.
Yes, we were up in the attic in the room, and we went where that bed
Yeah.
was in the room. And I was sitting on the couch, and I think Amy was sitting
Well,
on the bed.
here's the thing, Mandy. The bed that Amy was sitting on, Mike shared with me that there was a woman that decided to crawl in that bed one night and sleep to lay down, and evidently she was choked and all kinds of other things in that bed. So that probably wasn't the best bed for Amy to sit on.
Hello, Jack. Well,
Um,
yeah, well, I tuned in right away. I started tuning in when I was up there. I got three spirits that came right up on us. There was a little girl and two men. And soon as I said that, bam, that REM pod went off. I said, "There's two men and a girl here." REM pod goes right off, which I did feel like as soon as we got in there, we started getting all kinds of activity.
Hi,
They
Patty.
were
Hi, Tina. Hey,
swarming us.
Jack. Yeah. Well, Dr. John was definitely there. There's no doubt he was there. He was in his room, in his waiting room. Um, I think he traveled this. I think he traveled the place continuously through the night to follow us around.
Jenny, I don't know what it is with these doctors. I feel like when we go to these locations, these doctors they want us to be their patients.
Well, you guys volunteered.
I felt like when I was in Missouri, that doctor was following me around. He's probably the one that was grabbing my hair, him or the soldier. But I'm telling you, that doctor in the house we were at Sunday was following us. Now he wasn't getting all touchy feely like the doctor in Missouri was. He wasn't messing with my hair or anything like that. But I do feel he was following us, man. He was on it.
I think he was I think he was the one that was protecting Rachel up in her bedroom. I think that he was upset that we were up there and he didn't want
Thank
us in
you,
her
Jack.
bedroom. I mean, if you guys heard through the equipment when we put the doll on the bed, she did say thanks. So she did like the new doll, which was great. I'm glad she liked it because there's been several times in the past where like an investigator took a doll up there and she didn't like it and it disappeared, came back, and it was burned. The doll was actually burned. So
On
she
that
did
note,
like it.
Jenny, it's funny you're talking about that because when I first did my you talked me into doing some spiritual writing with the chalk. So I sat down and
Put
was
you on the
doing,
spot.
yeah, you put me on the spot. So I sat down maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes and started tuning into the spirits, but it was first a little girl coming through, and then I got a man coming through, and he was telling me to stop. He just
Yeah.
shut it down. But then we decided to have you do the Estes method. And when you were doing the Estes method, you were hooked up to the ink box. And, we blindfolded you and everything. We took away your senses and you were tuned in. And the
I was
weird
hooked up
thing
to wasn't I hooked up to a direct link? Yeah.
was it? Yes, it
Direct
was
link.
the direct
Yeah.
link. I was thinking it was the ink box. Sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, you started feeling like you were like you were hot, like you were burning or something. It was weird. And you were getting all kinds of spirits coming through that thing. They were on it.
Oh
Did
yeah,
you
it
feel
was
like you
it was it was constant. I couldn't understand. They were playing music, and then during the music, they were trying to talk, and there was like 7 to 10 of them coming through at one time, and everybody was trying to talk at one time. And then I felt, I said my head hurts and my neck hurt, and then I felt this hotness, and and I Amanda, and it was weird. I don't know if I was just feeling the pain that she was going through when she was making me feel her pain um, when she passed
something was
away.
happening?
Huh?
there was something happening because it didn't come through at first. At first, it didn't come probably till like right towards the end of that Estes method you were doing. It was like right towards the end.
Yeah, I watched a live feed and I thought I kept putting my hands up in the air and moving my hands. It's like I don't know. I just was like had my eyes closed and I had the blindfold on and I was just trying to just sit there and think about what was going on. It was like I don't just it was just kind of crazy because everything my neck hurt, my head hurt, that I started feeling hot. It's that feeling where like it's I don't know if it was a burning feeling per se, but it was just like almost like having a fever, the fever of having a fever
Well,
or
Jenny,
sunburn or something.
you were channeling. You realize that, right? They
Well, yeah,
were
I was going right through a direct link, so
you were channeling, so spirit would have been making you feel how they felt at the time of their what they were going through towards the end of their life. So you
yeah.
might have been picking that, like I said, that little girl. That's what I feel was going on. My
Yeah.
opinion.
Do you think that one spirit was playing music to drown all the others out? Probably. Um,
The strongest spirits will come through, and they will
yeah,
take over.
there were several kept, and it was like that's why I kept saying, one at a time, slow down, because it was so many trying to talk over each other. I couldn't capture all the words because there was just so many.
Well,
And
there was
then
some clear responses, though, for sure.
yeah, yeah. Then I started feeling that, and I really didn't feel sick. I just felt a pain in the back of my neck. I first felt a pain across my head, and then I felt a pain in my back of my neck, and then I got hot. So maybe it was just that what she was feeling when she passed away, because I was hooked up that direct link, and that works differently than a ink box.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think there was definitely a man that was watching us, the doctor probably following us, or someone tied to that little girl. And because when I had the SLS camera up there, we did get in and out. There was when we were laying on the bed,
That was funny.
when we were laying on the bed. What, Mandy, is one of your dolls called Toby? No, Seeker. But when we were laying on the bed, the girls had the SLS camera on us, and there was something that kept jumping in and out when we were over there. Same thing when the other girls were on the bed. But Becky caught a stick figure right in the doorway, standing there. It's almost like he was watching us. Now, the SLS camera should not be mapping out. It wasn't the door. The door was open. The hallway. There was nothing right there. No poles. No reason, to see the stick figure. It almost looked like he was like leaning on the side in the doorway, watching us.
Well, he did raise his arm up when you said raise your arm. He did put his arm up.
He did?
Yeah.
I do recall me asking him, but I can't remember if he did or not.
Toby.
Maybe the child attached to the doll was named Toby in life. Maybe. Let's see. Is your name Toby? We have a Toby here? Toby, if you're here, light that device up for me. Go over there and touch it. It won't hurt you. Let me tell you, though, it was so weird because, like I said, when I turned everything on, they were lighting up the REM pod, and then it just went silence.
They don't like to be on camera.
MJ, I have to remember to go get the doll a new dress, and then I want to set up a camera on her. I was honestly thinking about maybe putting a live feed on her, but I don't know. That might be too much. But I'll probably just do some recording and see if I get anything.
So what did you guys think of the investigation Sunday night? Did you guys enjoy it between us and Mike and Eric? Hi, MJ.
MJ wants the live feed. She wants to put a live feed up.
She likes to watch, sit back and watch like you did in Missouri.
Well, don't you worry, girl, because if things go as planned, The next time we end up spending the night at an investigation, I'm setting up a live feed again. I am.
MJ, we
Don't
didn't take
watch.
any breaks. We did a live feed on my cell phone for 6 hours and 23 minutes nonstop. We only did one live feed. I think Mike did like 5 that night, something like that. But we did one live feed the entire night for 6 hours and 23 minutes.
Yeah, there's a good question to ask you guys too. Do you guys like it when we stay on the live feed, or do you prefer us to take breaks and jump on and off? What do you guys like? Joanne says, immediately, I thought I seen an orb in the baby's room where the Christmas tree was at the beam, at the bottom of the beam. You very well could have.
Stay on, Patricia says. No breaks, Diane says. Stay on the live feed, Patty.
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah. Looks like they'd
Kim.
rather us
Hey,
stay on.
Kim.
Holly says no breaks.
Well, we did. We did. I mean, 6 hours and 23 minutes on that investigation. When we went live the first time, we did not go off that live the entire night. Mandy stayed live. When I took a break, they went upstairs in the attic. So we kept that live going the entire night. That's the longest because I thought the cutoff on Facebook was a 4-hour live. So I was surprised that we were able to go for 6 hours and 23 minutes on that live. Hard to stay awake. We do breaks. Okay. Well, I was just curious because that was probably the longest. Was that the longest live we've done?
I think so. A lot of people might find that too much, and I get it if you do, but hell, I don't like to take breaks unless I got to go real quick and get something to drink or something. I really prefer not to. I'll go all night without stopping.
Well, I guess the thing about it, if you don't watch it that night or you watch part of it, you only have to go back to one live feed to continue. So that's kind of a good thing, I guess. Like if you cut off, like 20 minutes into the live feed and then you want to go back, you know exactly where you stopped, then you can just go back and start from there.
You see, Kim says,
MJ, so we
I know
carry
you're
with
calling
this
it out.
potty. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Diane. I don't know. That was crazy.
And you can go
Well,
for 8 hours, Jack says,
is it
on the
8
live
hours?
feed. And I noticed that we had $13 in stars. So whoever sent us all them stars, thank you. Every little bit counts.
Wow.
But
Hey, Jack, I know that by way, since Jack's on here, I know that they're trying to save Waverly Hills because of what has happened down there. So I don't know what the plan is for April or May, if we're still going to Waverly Hills with you guys or not, or if that's even going to be an option. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what happens because he didn't pay for last, I think it was 12 years. He didn't pay any taxes. It was a nonprofit location for Waverly. So now he's been caught doing that for Waverly Hills. And for what we've heard, the commissioners have taken over that location, if that's correct, and running that location because he owes 12 years of taxes.
Yeah, Jack's supposed to get back with us on that and see what's going on. He says, I don't even know. I found some info on it. Okay. Well, if something does come where we get to go, he says that's correct too, Jenny. Let
Yeah.
us know. Hi, Janice.
Yeah, I saw that too, Jack. They started that GoFundMe page. I guess we'll have to see what happens. I don't know if the 1st of January, if they're, going to be scheduling paranormal investigators to come in or not. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how it turns out. I know they're still doing tours there because Mike's new team members went down there for a tour a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we've been there. That's definitely a place you don't want to take a lot of people. You don't want to have a lot of people with you there, even though it's huge. Yeah, but when we went, it's big, but all the hot spots, everybody was at the hot spots. So every time we want to go into location, there was somebody up there for a long time. It was like, man. So the other teams that were there with us, we couldn't we didn't get to investigate certain areas because other people were there. So we would just move on. So I say
We
don't
heard,
take a lot.
yeah, we heard he was going to lose it too. But to raise money, are they trying to raise money for what? To save? I mean, they're saying raising money to save it. Save it from what? You know, at this point, it's not
Hi,
an option
Craig.
to raise money for Waverly Hills. We have no attachments. That's awesome, Seeker.
Yeah, I didn't feel like anything did, but I saged. I didn't when I first got home. When I woke up, I saged. He says we need to go to New York with him.
What's in New York?
I forget. He was telling me about some location.
Well,
But
I don't feel anything came home with me on this location at all. And I have Bob in my house, so I really think that my Bob is a cop for the early 1900s. We have verified that. Mike and I verified that EVP. I think he protects me, and I think he'll protect the house. If anything comes in, I don't think he'll let it come in. Wildwood, Wildwood Sanatorium. That's
oh
where
boy,
Mike and them went last year when they went to Hinsdale House and then Wildwood.
I wouldn't mind going to that Wildwood. Damn. But
Hmm.
yeah, dang it. Well, we do have a lot coming up too, guys. Like I said, we'll be live this Saturday. We were contacted to go investigate this house. You guys seen the picture I posted. The family just bought the house in June, and they've been having nonstop paranormal stuff going on. I've seen videos. Now, this could be paranormal or it could be bad wiring, but they sent videos and I seen them. These lights would be off and they're just turning on and off, on and off, on and off. Weird. Like the lights wouldn't even be on, and then they just kept doing it. So the lady that owns the house, she's having an electrician come out tomorrow. She said they're checking the wiring. So that'll be good. So it'll be good to hear whether this has something to do with wiring, or if it ain't the wiring, then I'm going paranormal. But there's a lot going on at this location. Jenny won't be able to join me. That does make me sad, but
Well, it is New Year's Eve tomorrow.
I know. But Chastity's supposed to join. Believe it or not, Candy. She's looking forward. She might be joining us Saturday, and pretty sure Bobby Joe's joining us. So there'll be 3 to 4 of us girls there. So it's going to be a good investigation because they got some stuff going on. Hearing disembodied voices. The lady has seen this dark thing in the garage. She said it had glowing eyes. It scared her half to death. She said she's seen an apparition of a child. So we'll see. And she also messaged me again earlier today. She said that she came home from work and her one of the older children had said the lights were off and they kept turning on. They didn't have the lights on, and the lights kept turning on and off on them. So it's
Well,
pretty accurate.
red eyes is never a good thing. If
No,
you know,
glowing eyes.
red glowing eyes. See, many I didn't experience it, but many of my friends did when they were growing up. They saw red eyes, um, through windows outside and stuff. And there's a lot of people I've seen red eyes. MJ, I'm still trying to pass the test. I have another test to take, and I still have 45 hours. I unfortunately failed my test twice, and I have one more try. And if I don't pass it, I have to take the whole class over, the whole 3 hours. So this appraisal classes are killing me. I've taken mortgage, I've done mortgage, real estate, and I have my property and casualty insurance license, was an insurance agent, and I've done all 3 of those. And this is the hardest that I've ever tried to get through. I don't know
Well,
if it's just
good.
because I don't
You're
know if
gonna
it's
have to
because I'm
put
not.
your real estate skills to work on this house and see what you can dig up.
What your house?
No, that house
What?
we're going to Saturday.
Oh, okay.
That's right. And see, this is the plus of having somebody in the real estate here on your team. She can look up these houses and kind of get the background on things. So,
Yeah.
amen to that, sister. Jack
Yeah.
says, burn the doll. No, you're gonna make the doll mad. I ain't trying to burn that doll. No, her sister's on the way. She should be coming too.
Just what she needs, guys. Another doll.
This will be it. I think this is it. There'll be no more. No more for me.
Well, that house is not very old that you're going to Saturday, though, is it? Or is that how? There's been several coming through the messages. So this one I seen earlier, but I don't.
2001, the house that I posted.
2001.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They'll just come from wherever anyway.
Jack, you crazy.
Washington State, Port Washington has very old places there. Beautiful park there too that I smelled. Washington would be a ways away. That would have to be a
I've never
definite.
been there.
No, I haven't either. When
What's
the
this?
ghost has red eyes, they are mad. Very young kid.
The ghost has red eyes. They're mad.
They do see. Everybody does see them when they're younger. It seems. I mean, everybody that told me about it were younger when they saw the red eyes. I never seen it myself, but many people I know have.
Well, here's the thing. It was glowing eyes. They didn't. She didn't specify red eyes. It was glowing eyes. It was. She said it was dark as dark, and I know what she's talking about because I've seen that. When you see something like that, it is freaky.
Glowing as in red or
she didn't specify whether it was red or not. She said, I seen this thing. It was dark as black as it can be, and it had glowing eyes, and it was in the corner in the garage.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but we'll see. We're going to go in and we're going to do the best we can to help them because the lady said, I don't want no part of it. She says, I'm done with them. I don't want nothing to do with it. And they just need to leave me alone. I'm tired of it. She don't want no part of it.
How long has she been in this house?
Since June.
June. So usually it takes a little time for them to open up and start acting out once they get to know the family. Hey, Rocky Brown, how are you? I see you on there. How's everything in North Carolina? Yeah, that does sound like a dark presence. I mean, it's if it's blacker than black, you know.
Well, we also have another location, but I had told them that we can't get to them until February because we're so booked. We're booked in January, and then we got a location for February 12th. But this is going to be this is a location somewhere in the country. I can't remember. Somewhere in Ohio. This lady, it used to be a gas station. This house that we're going to go check out. The lady seen us when we were at the popcorn festival in Marion, Ohio. And she's like, she reached out to us today. And I told her, I said, well, we'll come, we'll check it out because it sounds like she's got some bad stuff going on too. And she's wanting us to go. So I told her I'm going to talk to her more about it on Sunday. So, and then we have the investigation January 7th, next Friday, another house that a lady just bought. And 2 weeks after moving in, she's having all kinds of paranormal stuff going on that's freaking her out. And Jenny said there's something about these houses. It seems like the residential houses are kicking up.
They are kicking up. It seems like something's going on. You know, there's a movement. I still believe, guys, that with all the COVID, and this is just my opinion, with all the COVID and there's been so many deaths and so much sickness and the riots and everything we've had going on this past year, I think has just kind of kicked up the spiritual world. It's set everything off balance somehow.
Yeah, there's something going on because it's like all these houses, and it doesn't have to be old houses. It doesn't matter. you know?
No, it doesn't. They're going to live wherever they want to live, and they're going to stay if they want to stay. That's just the way it is. But the location on February 13th, do you want to tell them about that? Or February
Oh,
12th?
February 12th. Um, that's in Pennsylvania, you said, right? Are you sure about that?
That's what it comes up to me as Pennsylvania. Yes, MJ. If you are aware of it, the law has always been that you have to disclose a suicide or a haunted house um, when you sell it. If you have if you have, I mean, you can't. I mean, here's my issue with that with the real estate, and I'll tell you real quick is before doing this, I would have said, absolutely, yeah. And you still have to, you're supposed to, but it's not really a discussed situation anymore. But every house has at least one spirit. And if that's the case, then we would have to go in real estate and simply say, okay, every single house is haunted before we put on the market because every house seems to have a spirit. I mean, if we would walk in with the equipment, we could probably prove that every house has at least one spirit somewhere in that house. You know, your neighbor has a spirit. So how do you justify that in the real estate business? You have to sit there and say, okay, now I have to just disclose and say that every single house is haunted. You can't do that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's like every agent out there would have to go and say every house is haunted now. And if I walk in a house and I feel a spirit, that's a bad thing about what I do is that I could walk in a house and put in the market and feel a spirit. And what do I do at that point?
Thank you, paranormal consultant, for stopping by. Yeah, you're right, Jenny. You're right.
You know, I mean, that's like I'm just saying every single agent would have to address that every house could be possibly haunted. And that's not going to happen because not every person out there that's an agent believes in spirits. They don't believe in ghosts. So not everyone's going to say that. It's just, I don't know. But that all makes sense to you.
Um, you guys, the one we're going to February 12th that Jenny was talking about, it's Greenville Manor. This was built in 1881. And
Right. It's Greenville, Pennsylvania, is it not?
yeah, it is. You're right. I don't know why I thought it was like 3 hours from my place. I got it all wrong. But oh well, wouldn't be the first time we went on a long trip. But it's Greenville Manor in Pennsylvania, and it was built, I believe, 1881, and it was there's the Civil War took place there. It used to be a funeral home 3 times. I mean, this place is active. It's got, I think they said 3 or 4 levels here in this big ass place. It's huge. Well, it's a little bit over 5,000 square feet, but that's not bad. And
Well, it actually comes up 4 hours and 46 minutes from my house, Mandy. So that's not it was not 7 hours or something.
well, good. That's not
I'm gonna
bad.
see how far it is from your house right now.
But you guys, anyhow, this location it's going to be a good location. It's a new location. It's only been open since November, and the place is active. They've been getting disembodied voices. They've been having. I'm pretty sure he said things are being thrown. They're seeing shadow figures. There's all kinds of activity in the place. So, and it's new. So I don't know how many teams have been there since November, but not many, I'm sure, because I think they were only allowing a couple teams just to go in and check it out. They just officially opened, um, actually in January. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we were going to go and I was going to book it for January, but we had so much going on, so I booked it for February. But I'm going, Jenny's going, Chastity's going, Bobby Joe's going, and I'm not for sure who else is going.
How about Amy?
Oh shit, yeah, Amy. How about Amy? Amy's going. So how many is that? That's like 6 of us.
Well, it says it's 3 hours and 2 minutes from your house.
Then I am correct.
So I'm bringing it up from Marion to
Yeah.
Greenville, Pennsylvania. It's saying it's only 3 hours and 3 3 hours and 3 minutes.
See, that's what I thought. And you were like, no, Mandy, it's further. It's in Pennsylvania. I'm like,
Well, I don't know how we could be that close to Pennsylvania.
that's what I was thinking too. But
because
You'll see Chastity this weekend, Kim.
I just drove 3 hours to Indiana
That's
Sunday.
crazy. Well, good. The less drive, then I don't have to listen to Chastity complain about it being too long of a drive. So, but that'll be good. We might need a couple more women. I don't know. We're gonna have to find a couple more women to go, just to lower the cost. It costs $400, you guys, to go. I've already put down the 200, so we want to keep it under 10 women. We don't want to get too crazy. Did you hear MJ?
I'm just getting to it. She's the cream of mushroom soup of the group. Hey, what's that mean?
Oh Lord. Well, you get to see her this weekend. Yeah, she's something. But yeah, I think it'll be good. It'll be a good fun trip, nice road trip, and these spirits are going to be dealing. Oh, the spirits are going to be dealing with all women. So we'll see how that goes. What else was there? Is there another one in February? Well, there might be that one location I was talking about with the gas station. Yeah, but yeah, we've got 2 investigations for January. And I'll be flying out January 13th to be with Patty Negri from Ghost Adventures. I'll be in Hollywood. So I'm pretty sure Patty's taking me to some haunted locations. And I'm going to be going live if I can. If Patty says that I'm allowed to, then I will. I'll go live. So a lot going on. We got a lot of stuff going on. And what about that place we're going to be doing with CCP and SOP, Jenny? They're wanting to do it.
We're going to go back to Indiana State. If you guys watched, I'm sure you did last year when we went to Indiana State Sanitarium in Indiana, and Becky and Mike and all of us went. Austin. We are going to go and we're going to schedule in June. We're going to spend the whole weekend. We're going to do a 2-night long investigation, spend the entire weekend in Indiana at Indiana State Sanitarium. There's so many locations there. It's like 15, 20 locations. It's 225 acres. It's impossible to do it all in one night. Mm-hmm. So we are going to go with SOP, CCP, and the Ghost Sisters will be doing that trip together.
We are going to spend the night for 2 nights, and you better bet your sweet buns I'm going to have a live feed running on us all while we sleep. Well, I don't know about the other teams. They might not like that, but definitely on us girls. You guys, there'll be a live feed running because, I mean, this is an active place. You never know. We might get something. You never know.
It's a crazy place.
As long as I can get service, I will have a live feed running for y'all to watch.
It's a crazy place because there was so much activity inside the hospital, that location. There's actually, 5 floors in that location? It's a huge hospital. Off the hospital, LaDanya and I went to the nursing home. And
hi, Cindy.
Courtney and Becky left us, and then it was just her and I in there because they had to take care of something. And it was very quiet and crazy place. There's so much activity at that place. It's unbelievable. But yeah, it's going to be, I mean, LaDonya's coming, Austin, Eric and Becky, Mike, us, Derek, most likely, Paul. So it's going to be probably 15 or 20 of us that night. But hey, we've got so much room to roam and so much space to be separated. It's okay. We'll probably have about 20 people that night. Counting the 2 new girls on Mike's team as well are coming. So it's going to be about 20 people.
And like I was saying, I think I told you, Jenny, Chastity's thinking about coming, and maybe her husband Matt, if maybe, I don't know. So yeah.
Yeah, we've got to get that one straightened out and figure out exactly how many is coming. That's a location that there's not a number of 10 on. We can do more than 10 at that location because there's so much to investigate.
Night, Diane.
Good night, Diane.
Here.
Hey, Cindy.
Oh, my doll's coming. Cindy is shipping out my doll tomorrow. Sweet. Sorry to cut you off, Jenny. I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's okay.
Cindy,
at that location. Yeah.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Cindy, I wanted to ask you, do you have an old dress I could have for the doll over here that I you let me have? Because that dress over here is really old and tore, and I keep forgetting to buy one for her. I keep forgetting, but I was thinking of you because I seen you had all those doll dresses. Let me know. She said, "Of course." Good. Awesome.
We are
Awesome.
also going to schedule Octagon Hall this year as well, which is
Oh,
in
yeah, I
Louisville,
forgot about
Kentucky.
that.
We're going to
Yeah.
schedule that. We don't have the whole 2022 scheduled out yet. Mandy and I are still discussing of what locations we're going to go to. We would love to go to the West Virginia prison, but they want $1,099 a night. So we're going to have to think about that one. We would
Jenny,
need to have some extra people with us to cut the cost on that one.
we're gonna open up a paranormal GoFundMe page, man. These we need to open up a paranormal GoFundMe page. These locations are not cheap, y'all. These are
Yeah,
expensive, and
yeah,
it's crazy to get in here.
some are really expensive. So anyway, we also want to go to the Buffalo Ranch in Indiana. It's full of buffalo. This place is really cool looking, and Mike and them have been there previously. We want to go. We want to take all the girls and do a girl night for this. It's at the oh my gosh, I have to
Cabin.
pull it
Isn't it
up.
a cabin or something?
There is a cabin, yes, and there is also a Buddha location back in the woods. You got to be careful with coyotes at this location, but there is a lot of different. There's a lot of Indians at this location.
Mm.
My dolls, I yeah, I've got my dolls. I'm trying. Let me think. It's called. I can never remember the name of this place.
Well, I could just see us girls spending the night in this haunted cabin. It's gonna be off the hook. And
I'm
Amy's over on Dolphin Island in Alabama right
so
now.
jealous. So jealous. I want to go
Cindy
so
wants to
bad.
know.
For
Cindy
3 years,
wants
I've
to
been
know
wanting to go to Dolphin Island.
when are you all coming to Cooper Hill? You know what? We'll have to figure out times and dates on that, Cindy. Maybe we could go around in March, end of March. Ooh, I got to be careful. I'm thinking if we go that far, maybe be end of March. I got to be careful. My daughter's due. She's due in May, but she'll probably have them in April. And I don't want to be too far away because I get to be there when she has these twins.
Why don't we do that a little bit later so we don't have to rush on that location?
Oh, we'd spend the whole week in there if y'all could.
Yeah, I mean my last day at work is May 26th, and I'm out. I do have to start the appraisal job, but I have to work all that through with those people to how I'm going to work all that. Oh, it's called Patty. It's called Wild Winds Buffalo Preserve is what it's called. It's 400 acres of rolling Indiana prairie.
Mm-mm-mm.
So yeah, that they have all real buffalo on the grounds, and it is in Indiana. Let me see what the actual location is. Fremont, Indiana is where it's at. Shadows around your dolls. You know of a spirit do you know of a girl spirit 13, 14 years old, long hair?
Where's that at?
No. Why? Do I have one?
I think we're losing signal here.
Yeah. We're not going to keep you guys much longer. Any locations you guys think we should go to this summer while we're deciding to schedule out our year? You have any ideas before we hang up? Anything that you would like us to go investigate?
Spirit's draining my laptop. I got to plug it in. There.
Not too far from you, Patty? Okay. Yeah, that one would be an interesting location. Fremont, Kentucky. What's in Kentucky, Jennifer?
Isn't that Octagon Hall?
Well, Octagon, yeah, in Louisville, I think, outside of Louisville towards Tennessee, closer.
Um, this guy says the Hinsdale House. Timothy Dalton says the Hinsdale House. I didn't
I
know
think
that.
if we're going to take the time to do Hinsdale, Timothy, I'd rather go to a Conjuring House.
Really?
Why not?
Yeah, but
We
isn't there
live.
new owners?
I don't know. I haven't checked into it any time recently. I don't know what's going on with it right now. I know that last year Jay Prather was up there, and some of them were up there.
Hmm.
So Ireland, yes, Seeker, we'd love to come to Ireland. Oh, Brian.
Yeah, I am dying to get over there, Seeker. Trust
The
me.
Beverly Hills Supper Club burned. Oh, Bashford Grove Cemetery in Illinois. They still allow investigations. This would be awesome. What is the breakfast? I remember that, Jennifer. The Beverly Hills Supper Club burned. O'Brien Health Center in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, they said the frequented
The
by
stars.
stars and mafia ran the whole town. Hmm.
Well, we are talking about, and I just asked Brittany tonight, and her and Tessa want to come, and they were for it, about going to Dolphin Island. We want to all take off together and go to Dolphin Island, spend a few days down there, and investigate the island as well. So we're talking like Britt said her and Tessa would go, Mandy and Chris, Mike wants to go. Possibly Chastity and her husband, and Bobby Joe and her husband. Now, there's nothing bad in my house because Bob protects me. Bob and Nana take care of me. um, anyway, that would be a good thought to get out of Dolphin Island and spend a few days do investigation down there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. I think year 2022 is going to be a big year for Ghost Sisters. I I feel it. I feel this is going to be amazing because we have a lot in the works. We're moving on. We're doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and I'm excited to see what's coming. Not just these investigations, but more. I'm excited.
And we're not going to forget about Rick and the Shrine because we
No,
love the
Lord, no.
Shrine. That's my home away from home is a Shrine. I would go down there and spend weeks down there just enjoying that place because I love the Shrine. It's an awesome place.
Yes, we
Island with
will
all
be
the
going back there.
dolls. I don't know what that island is called. I seen that Ghost Adventures when he did that.
Oh,
He
I
went to
love
the
Ghost
Island of
Adventures.
Dolls, Linear Islands.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to come up with maybe going a different direction this year. Last year, we went to Tennessee a lot and Virginia and West Virginia. There's still some places in Virginia, West Virginia we want to go to. Maybe
Seeker,
we're going to try to go to Indiana locations a little bit more this summer, that direction.
Seeker, are you talking about the place that Destination Fear just did, that island in Ireland? I was telling Jenny how I want to go there. Yes. We can't get there though, can we? I don't think we can get there though. I just hate to bring this up, but I think we gotta have the shot. Don't I've had the shot, but the girls they haven't. I don't know if they're allowing anyone to get on these planes or go to these different states or what's going on.
It was quarantined for 14 days in Ireland. You had to quarantine for 14 days getting off the plane, and then you were allowed to go to whatever your location was. Where are you located, MJC Paranormal?
Yeah, thank you guys. Ooh, Mexico City, she says. Hmm. Um, well, I love going to these jails and prisons, working in law enforcement, man. I love it. Love it. Haunted. Haunted. I don't know if I would say that prisons, and jails are the most haunted places, but that is some bad mojo up in them places. So definitely a lot of stuff.
North Carolina.
Awesome. We haven't been that direction. Yes, do message us. Let us know. That'll be a trip. Chastity be want to go to the beach. Be like, let's go to the beach. We'll have
Yeah.
to make that. That'll have to be a weekend thing, road trip again, and I'm down for it. So we would have to take them in. You know how that goes. Maybe.
Wow. It is getting crazy everywhere with this new variant. I just don't see us going to Ireland this summer because of this COVID. If things change, Seeker, let us know. But we have to plan that trip. I mean, money wise, it's not going to be a cheap trip. But then we were thinking about going to Transylvania to Dracula's location with Patty this summer in May. I don't know if we're going to make that. That's a pretty expensive trip to go there.
I'm going to
But
talk
it's going to be 10 days and 9 nights at Dracula's castle. That would be awesome.
My husband's down for it. He wants to go. He said, let's do it. But I think he has to get the shot, which he won't. And I've had the shot. So I'm going to be like, board me. Let me go.
I won't get it either. I won't get it either.
Yeah. Well, I got mine when I was working at the jail still. So I figured when all this was going on, if I was going to be able to do locations investigating, I'm going to have to get the damn shot or I ain't getting in. And here I got the shot and didn't even have to worry about it because we never got stopped from getting in locations. The only thing that would have stopped me was me being able to go be with Patty Negri in Hollywood. I would not have been able to go if I would not have done this.
That's why none of us are going with you. None of us have had the shot. Bobby Joe, Chastity, but they actually have had COVID. Mandy's had COVID. They have all. I haven't had it, knock on wood, so far yet. I mean, it scares the hell out of me, but I can't get the shot. My doctor said no, and I have to just go by my doctor. I mean, the COVID could be bad for me, or the shot could be bad for me. So I don't know which way to go on that. The shot could kill me. I have many, many allergic reactions to antibiotics, different medications. So it's not something my doctor prefers me to do. I did take the flu shot, though, and I actually did get sick this time. A week after I took the flu shot, I got sick. And the last 3 years, I haven't. So anyway, we won't keep you guys much longer.
Well, I think we've covered all the grounds of what we're going to be doing pretty much, this new year. We're starting off the new year with an investigation right off the bat. That's cool.
Yeah. So, Happy New Year, everyone.
Yep.
Have a great new year. Be safe. When my number's up. Yeah. That's true, Steve. But after investigating and seeing what we see on the other side, I don't know if that's something I'm ready to do. I think I need a little longer.
Well, all right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in as always. And please do watch us this Saturday. We're going to be needing some extra help from you viewers. I love it when you guys get on there and you give us your input. You pick up on what you're feeling, Every little bit helps, in a situation like this. And we will be live. I'm thinking 8:30 or so. We got to be there at 7, set up the cameras and, talk to the people and, all that fun stuff. So, but it should be a really good investigation and hopefully we can help them. I don't know if we'll be saging or not, because we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And I'm not going to make this one, guys. I'm going to not be available
Tune
for
in,
that.
Seeker. Tune in.
Oh.
All right.
But I'll watch.
You'll be watching this, Jenny, right?
Yes, I will.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll take it. All right, guys. We are ghosting out of here. Yeah. I know, right? And
You
can
guys
you
be,
believe this stuff? This has not lit up once since we've been live. Now watch, Jenny, when we get off this live, it's going to light up.
they don't want to be on film.
They're smart. All right, guys. Happy New Year.
Yes, good night. Stay safe.
Yeah, don't be coming in the back door at the jail if you're from Marion. Are you going to deal with my husband? All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.